knowing what you do about PFAs?
You know, I think I would, just because they are very dangerous. Although I get like it's a little weird because we don't practice that in our society, but I think it actually would be a good idea.
Okay. And after knowing the changes that PFAs cause to the human body, would you consider PFAs dangerous?
I would.
And do you think fast food restaurants should tell their consumers if their sandwich wrappers have PFAs in them?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Would you bring your own ceramic plate to a fast food restaurant after knowing what you do about PFAs?
No, because I don't eat out enough with my family to feel that because I prefer to cook at home. If I'm going out for fast food, I don't feel like I'm going to be exposed to enough in a significant amount to need to take my own plate.
After knowing the changes that PFAs cause in the human body, would you consider PFAs dangerous?
I think there's enough of a risk, especially if there's people who eat out regularly or are regularly exposed to it, because it's so common, some of the stuff. And yeah, like partial exposure to stuff rarely it's not going to be a big deal. But if you're getting exposed to it a lot, then yes, it's a health concern it's something to be concerned about.
All right. Do you think fast food restaurants should tell customers if their sandwich wrappers have PFAs in them?
Yes, absolutely, because it's a public health thing, and like I said, like my family, I'm not super concerned because we don't eat a lot, but I know there's people who eat out regularly, and if that's something you do, you should be aware. They should be notifying you if there's a potentially hazardous thing in their food. And also, I think by requiring them to be aware of it is probably the best way to require them. That's going to help them get rid of it, because if the public knows, it'd be like, no, I don't want that, and that would be the motivation for the company to change.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
PFAs are fluorinated chemicals that compounds are man-made in labs and found in consumer products such as pizza boxes, candy wrappers, fast food sandwich wrappers, non-stick cookware like Teflon, carpets, and paints, to name a few. PFAs can get into the environment because they are stable chemicals that move through soil and water fast. Some lab studies on humans with PFAs in their blood have showed changes in growth and learning of fetuses and children. They cause increased cancer risk, cholesterol, changes in hormone, and decreased fertility. It is impossible to avoid exposure to PFAs because they're in many daily products. However, for example, you can check your state public health and environmental quality departments to learn of what types of local fish that are safe to eat. Research shows that PFAs in consumer products are usually low compared to contaminated food like fish and drinking water. We interviewed Mrs. Egbert because she is a biology teacher that knows a lot about chemicals getting into the environment and their effects on human health. We interviewed Mr. Stockdale, a chemistry teacher, because he knows a lot about different chemicals. Many groups of chemicals have similar characteristics. Chemistry teachers know many chemicals and their effects on other chemicals, human, and the environment. We decided to have a fast food themed dinner because fast food sandwich wrappers, paperboard for fries, and dessert and bread wrappers contain PFAs. Therefore, we went shopping first. We bought some frozen uncooked turkey burgers, then bought some sandwich bread, some frozen uncooked fries, strawberries, and bananas for a smoothie, and sriracha ketchup. Then we went home, where we placed our burgers in the oven, baked the fries, cut up the bananas and strawberries. Next, we blended the strawberries and bananas with yogurt. Then, we added milk to make our strawberries banana smoothie. Then we set the table, placed the burger buns on styrofoam plates, and we took the smoothies from the refrigerator. And finally, we got a bite of our burgers.
create individual